Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare Astro Championship Series CGP match. And unfortunately, we weren't really sticking to our schedule that we did set out earlier. It is not Mindfreak taking on eXile5. However, it is eXile5.T1 taking on Defying History currently right now. Now, we had a little bit of a dilemma in this match, and let me explain just why while we're opening up into our round. Teams are required to set the screenshot of every single map that they play. This is used for point distribution purposes for the end of the season, and teams have been reminded all week to do this. So at the end of the map, take a screenshot. It's not too hard. You have two opportunities to do so, one when the game's finished and one at the post-game lobby. These two teams only did so for map 1 and map 5, so they do now need to replay the maps that were not captured onto a screenshot, that they don't have the proof that that map was actually completed. So we're on board with map 2, search and destroy, on recovery, and that is a ready run round. Now, a little bit of a fun fact between these two teams. The overall series score the first time I've been told was 3-2 in favor of Defying History. Now, that was a fairly big upset as well, and Defying History weren't too pleased to know that they did have to replay this series into the maps that they have already played. So the overall series now is 1-1, and we do have, of course, these future maps here to still follow suit. But we have that first round going in favor of the Defying History side. Now it is going to be X5 on the attack, and they are going to be here over onto this dome side. It is going to be Izay who is going to be the one pushing on forward to this A side bomb. Now he's got his teammates there with him, and they're going to be actually having one player pushing forward for that contest. That is going to be Jaden, who gets taken down early though. Jimmy's going to be over onto the rocks. Fate was able to take down Skarzan as well. So that's 2 players down, 3 players up from X5, 2 players for Defying History, and it's going to be Jimmy who is looking to go over to this A bomb side itself. There's going to be, of course, players over into the trolley. He does see one over to the rocks. He'll turn around looking for a second player. He's going to go for that jump. The player's on that staircase. Can he get him? No, he's going to get shot on the side. Carrie's going to be the last one alive. Carrie's going to be able to take down one. He's looking over to the lower path. The player's looking like he might contest him, but no, he jumps off the map, and he will fall to his death. A very, very long way to that one. And that is going to be, right now, the score tied up once it decides to swap on over to our round in the kill cam. We'll see Chill's perspective from a kill a couple of plays ago. And that, once again, will tie up the overall series the overall map 1-1 here at that one. And yeah, we're going to be going into our next attacking round. It will be the team of Defying History on that attacking round. We'll see which play they'll be going for here in this one. That, of course, is going to be the nades over onto this trailer side, and he's going to be looking over onto the bottom side of red here, Carrie, as his teammates try to go for a couple of sniper shots, I do believe. I do believe that was the possibly the bomb carrier. No, that's going to be on the other side of my mistake. That is going to be Jaden, who is there with him. Jimmy with the bomb, though, over onto his A side. Going to be going for this bomb plan, of course. Players going to be, that player that was watching through that pillar did get taken down. That was going to be Chilean there. He's going to be having Fate watching over through this middle crossing. Now he's able to take down one there. He's going to back on out, but the player goes to contest. Now that player will get dropped instantly. So the kill feed lights on up in a little bit of a trade contest there. 2v2 situation at this current time, though. One player's going to be there, and it's going to be Izay contesting that one. And Izay walks away with that kill. Jimmy's going to be the last one alive. He goes for these shots. He will get the kill there on damage, making it into a 1v1 situation. Jimmy taking on Izay right now here in this one. It is going to be Izay, I do believe, going for this defuse quite possibly. No, Izay's going to be waiting there with the scope, lighting it up. Now being able to go for this defuse. Plenty of time to spare, and we'll be able to take that round for the team of eXile5 right here in this one. As you do have that now becoming a 2-1 score count here between these two teams. And I mean, we're going to be seeing the side swap once again. eXile5 will have another turn for an attacking round, and we'll see if they'll be able to make it happen here for them. We'll see them now with the bomb. It is going to be Izay running into Dome. Now he's going to have his teammates running point. That is going to be Chileans, who is going to be there, and it is going to be over into the lower path as well. Now there's going to be a play from the team of Defying History. Going to be waiting over onto this A side. Going to be watching over through that container side. I do believe that's Jimmy there, as you can see, with COD vision. Now she's still going to be crawling forward there. A little bit of a stutter there coming on from myself. To apologise for that. Either way, he's going to get a couple of shots in. Chills will fall. But same with Carry as they do trade in that one. It is a 3v3 situation for the moment. Damage is going to be pulling out the Maws. He does spot one, it seemed. Either way, it did go for a little bit of a quick scope. Wasn't able to really pick off anyone. The bomb has been planted now over onto this A side. He's going to be looking through the cracks. Maybe though, he's going to be looking over through to the container side of things over onto Blue and players from Defying History are going to be pushing on up. The first kill will happen there. Jimmy will take down one. No, Jimmy will get taken down by one. That's going to be Damage who's going to contest that one, and that is going to be Izay who picks off a second, and the third player will drop as well. And right there, that'll be another round for eXile5, turning it into a 3-1 lead so far. And that's going to be only now Search and Destroy recovery. Now, Izay is going to be getting these shots here for themselves. You see that, that round-ending kill cam, that double kill for himself to be able to make that, they increase that lead for themselves, rather. I guess would be the best way to put it. Either way, we do have now our next round going to be the attacking round for Defying History. We'll see what they can possibly do. And this one is going to be Jimmy running with the bomb once again. Of course, and he's going to be going out. The EMP is out early over into the A bomb side. Now, tags will happen, so he knows one player will be there. That player specifically will be Chill. Scar's going to be running on point. He's going to be laying down on prone next to the container itself. Chillian's just really parallel right to him right there. He's actually going to get taken down there by Jimmy. Of course, Jimmy, keep in mind, does have the bomb in hand. And you are going to be having Jadam taken down a kill there as well. So only 2 players left up from X5. The bomb has been planted, coming around the corner. Was Damage getting taken down as well at the same time. Now Izay is going to be the last one alive. 1v4 situation, 35 seconds left as the bomb has been planted. So we'll see what he can possibly do in this overall series in play. He's going to be just looking over to the left here and won't be able to pick off the kill, making the count 1 round closer to the team of Defying History, but it is still going to be eXile5 with the lead, and that is going to be an overall count 3-2 here as you have this round in the kill cam there by Carry. And yeah, that is going to be our round ending kill cam. So the sides are going to swap, and we're going to see what they will be able to do, of course, on their next attacking round, and see if they can possibly make something happen. We'll jump on board with them. That is going to be, of course, eXile5 on that attacking play. Going to be Izay likely with the bomb as the regular bomb carrier for the team of T1. And they're going to be pushing over to this dome side early. There's going to be Chills running on point. One player going to be on the mid street as well, stopping over. That is going to be Damage running that point for his team. Now he spots one across there, but Fate, I was wrong there. Fate's going to be the one running point. He does get spotted though, and he does get taken down. But he was Izay was able to pick off a kill out early, taking down Jadam. So it's now a 3v3 situation. Damage is going to be on the bomb side though, and Izay is going to be slowly creeping his way towards that one now. Damage does spot one over through those cracks there, and he will try to pick off that kill, but he wasn't too successful in it. Now you do notice the setup that eXile5 currently have, and the setup that Defying History currently have as well. Now Defying History, they've got their players set up over onto this mid side, watching over through the top of blue, the top of red, and watching over through those cuts through the middle as well. Whereas the team of eXile5, they're just focused on the bomb. They put that bomb down, and they're now waiting for these players to go ahead and contest them, which they did. That was Jimmy who got taken down quite aggressively. There, no, Izay just dashes to the side, able to take down Skarzan. The last one alive is now going to be Carry, and he is going to just try and see these players, try to take them down, but he won't be able to do so. eXile5 now take a 4-2 lead in this series. And that is going to be them right now on your round in the kill cam. Damage specifically, not really exactly sure which player that was, trying to contest him. Didn't know where he was. Saw him dash behind and was able to pick off that kill before the player knew what hit him. 4-2 though becomes the overall count here, and that is going to be now a Defying History attacking round. So we'll see if they can maybe make something happen. Once again, we've only seen A-side pushes so far in our rounds, and we'll see if that can possibly change here moving forward. Either way, Jimmy going to be here on this next round forward. Going to be looking just over onto these mid-side. Did spot one player from eXile5 though, over into that corner. Either way, that player has now backed out of there. The bomb is now going to be planted once again over onto this A side of things. Should be able to get this bomb down. Damage is, I do believe that his Damage is going to be checking out. No, he's going to be Chills. My mistake. It does get spotted though. Nade go out. Won't be able to pick up that kill. Nearly jumping off the map though. Still being able to regain composure is Jimmy's just rotating over to that lower path. 3v3 situation though. There's Damage and Carry get taken down for their respective teams. Time's ticking though over onto that bomb side here on this A side. Fate will take down Skarzan. Pushing over to the bomb though. Jaden's going to be playing defense. Turns around, takes down Fate. Player going to be, I believe, rotating through that front of that trailer. Does spot one. He turns around, takes down Izay as well. Can he get the third one though? Gets the shots on. No, will get taken down down, but it's a 1v1 situation though. Chills taking on the last player from Defying History. I couldn't quite catch which player it was. Either way, the player has been taken, and that is going to be a 4-3 count. Defying History just staying in here, and yeah, that is going to be shown with Jimmy taking out the kill there on Chills for that round-ending kill cam. Nicely done, keeping once again Defying History, just being able to take that round, keep themselves in this map. And of course, it's only a one-round game at the moment, but it's going to be eXile5 on this attacking round. Now, so far, we have seen a lot of attacking rounds being taken out and being, played favorably for those teams. However, teams really got to focus on their defense in Defying History if they want to stay a chance in this map. They really got to focus on that as well. This time round, though, I was on board with Fate because he was pushing over to this B side quite aggressively. Now, I got a couple of tags on those players, but I wasn't able to pick up those kills. On the other hand, things Izzy was able to pick up the kill there on Scars and making it a 4v3 situation. Fate's still going to be on this B side, but the bomb carrier Izzy is going to be over onto this main street, slowly etching towards this A bomb site. Now, Chills will take down carry as well. The more's in the hands of Izzy. Jaden will take down damage. So it's a 2v3 situation. The bomb starting its plant here, as we do have the last remaining player, or last remaining player, rather, from Defying History, going to be Jaden over onto this middle cuts. He does get a couple of shots into Izzy, but Izzy strikes first, taking him down, making it 5-3 as well. And yeah, that is going to make it a 5-3 count. Izzy getting those shots in on your round in the kill cam for that one. Once again, 5-3 being that. And I'm noticing in the chat, actually, people saying that we are making up the rules. No, we're not. The rules were actually announced when the teams were announced. It's in that announcement, so you can go ahead and read it in that one. And, of course, the teams have been reminded of this all week long. We took the extra effort. Our admin team has been constantly reminding these players to go ahead and do so. So for their forgetfulness, we're not going to reward them for that. We're going to make sure they follow our rules and do so the way that we need them to for our correct point distribution at the end of the season. But yeah, into our round 9 now. We have 5-3 as our current round count. It is carry over onto this lower path. And we did have, of course, the bomb carrier over onto this A side. Was able to get that bomb planted. 5-3. Is going to be this count, and I'm still on board with carry because he's just looking over onto these stairs, waiting to push on forward. But the kill feed lighting up damage, and he's picking up those kills. Jaden taking out another one as well as Skarzen, as you do have, of course, 23 seconds on this clock that they just need to defend to. It's a 2v2 situation. Swapping over to X5 now. Izzo will get taken down. Fate now is going to be pushing over to this bomb site. 13 seconds remaining. Still got 2 players to deal with. Did he spot that one? No. He turns back around, though. Will be able to pick up the kill. Doesn't have enough time to go for this defuse, but he will be able to pick up both kills in the end anyway. So he's going to add a nice couple of kills to his total. And it will be 5-4 in this one. Of course, we're going to be having round 10 coming your way next. We'll jump on board with the attacking team. Of course, that is going to be eXile5, and they're going to be mixing things up. This time, their bomb carrier going to be going over to this B bomb side as well. There's going to be a player on that yellow catwalk. That is going to be Fate, who spots him, chases him down, and takes him out. Izzy, of course, still with this bomb site, as he's going to be still looking to try and get this shot out. The player there on that red side stairs, who will be able to pick up that kill. Now it's going to be Jimmy, last one alive for himself. Going to be trying to get these shots in, and will be maybe looking to get this 1v4. He gets one player over onto that blue side. He will get taken down, unfortunately, and that will be a 6-4 victory over to the team of eXile5. So they now take the lead 2-1 in the overall map. And once again, just to clarify, this series was played 3-2 to Defying History. However, they only provided 2 out of 5 screenshots for those maps. So unfortunately, without a screenshot, we cannot push that map forward, and that doesn't count as a completed map for that. It was mandatory. It's specifically stated. And for those saying it's mandatory but not forfeitable, the definition of mandatory is that it's required by law or mandate, it's compulsory to do. So if you don't do it, you are breaking the rules, which is a forfeitable offence by breaking said rules. So it sort of makes it in that one. Of course, in the latter page, it is structured differently, which clearly explains that. But I'm just going off the announcement thread, which I was able to quickly get a screen cap of to just show the players quickly on that one. Either way, we'll take a short break. We've got our Capture the Flag, I do believe, coming up next. So stay tuned to that because that's the map coming up next. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare ASTRO Championship Series CGP League match here between eXile5.T1 Dotters and Defying History. The current series score is 2-1 in favour of eXile5. Of course, wondering why it's 2-1 and we're on map 3 technically. That is because, of course, these teams failed to submit the correct screenshots for their map to make their map complete, and therefore we are needing to replay those maps at that scoreline, which we had 2 maps submitted, so that's a 1-1. Both teams were able to get 1 map each, and now we do have that search and destroy that, if in case you just missed it, went in favour of eXile5. Now we're on the Capture the Flag, and of course this series can completely be determined by eXile5 if they take out a win. Defying History could still stay in this one if they take this one out as well. Either way, the confirmed scoreline is 2-1 in favour of eXile5. Now we do have, of course, Capture the Flag ascend. We do have the flag in the hands of Jadem though, and he will get taken down. Unfortunately, Jimmy will pick up the flag in return. He'll get taken down almost instantly. The flag now returned back at base as well, and we do have Carrier getting just taken down. So we'll swap over to eXile5. We'll see what they'll possibly be able to do here over into this elevator side as well. Trying to get a couple of shots in his chills, and he will be able to do so successfully. But can he pick off the kill in the end? That is the question. He's going to be chasing this one, and his teammate is just going to be running straight through the middle bit. It doesn't even phase him. And there's players straight behind him, or it does now because he does get taken down. But he was able to go in for a great run there, and Damage is just being able to pick off the slack here for those kills. Unfortunately, though, for them, the flag was returned, so the flag's back at base. Now they're going to need to make another attacking play for themselves here in this one. Now we do have Fate with the flag. They're going to be going for another run, getting taken down now, and Izzy going to be having the flag in hand for a moment before getting taken down. Chill's going to be having his go for it, and Jimmy's going to be having the overall respective the opposition flag at the same time. So that's going to be both flags just running in the opposite sides of the map, and he's going to be Chills over into the glass side of things as well, whereas Jimmy is now over onto this back yellow side of things. He will be getting shot at though, and he's looking which way should he really go for. I wanted to make sure he didn't jump off the map first. Fate will take down Skarsm though, and Jimmy is still on board with him, just going to be circling around. Now he's going to have one player to defend him as well. That is going to be Carry, and now the player is going to be trying to push for an attacking play. Is going to be Fate and Damage, it seems to be, and it does spot him. Did he spot him through that window? Either way, the player's going to be now contesting here. The shots go out. Fate will be able to return that flag, and Chill's going to be going in for that capture. And you are going to be having 2 minutes 30 on the clock. 1-0 is the overall count, and Skarsm going to be running this flag through the elevator side of things. Of course, he is going to be contested there by a couple of players from X5, but his teammates should be able to support him, and he will be able to stomp in that flag. Nicely done, making the overall score count 1-1 here in this overall series. Of course, it is going to be 2 minutes remaining in the first half of things. Skarsm still on his on our screens at the moment. He's going to be just trying to circle around for these kills. He does get taken down. The flag now picked up there by Izzy. Opposing flag there by Carry. Going to be running through into the opposing angles of the flag once again though, but the blue flag has been returned there. He's going to be Fate. He picks up the kill there on Carry, and Damage taking down Jimmy. The flag will now get captured there by Izzy. 2-1 is the overall count here for these teams, and that is going to be Izzy who gets the shots in to take it down Jadem. Now Carry will take down Fate in return. Defying History going to be going in for another run. You do see Scar's going to be able to pick up that flag. Now he's able to get the shots in on him, on that player there. He did get taken down in the end. Now Skarsm does get dropped as well, so the flag has been dropped temporarily. Still an open season here, not quite returned just yet. Now Jadem will pick this one up. Now he's into glass. Now he's passed through the doors into the circle room. Now as he does that, he gets taken down. The flag does get returned. We still have 1 minute though on the clock here for this first half of things. 60 seconds, of course, still to go in this one, and we do have these teams still looking over onto the middle side of the map. That is going to be Defying History. They're going to be pushing forward aggressively as a team to try and maybe make another run here in these final 50 seconds. Shots do go out though there by Carry. He will be able to pick off that kill, and it is going to be Damage though, picking off one flag. He'll get taken down almost instantly off that flag. Portal zone And the Chill is just going to be circling for these players to try and take one down. He does spot one. The player is just dashing everywhere here on this elevator side. Gets more tags, but he won't be able to pick off that kill. And Jadam is going to be running this flag over onto glass. Now, it does have the players running over into the circle room. Is going to, of course, have the support of his teammates as well. 18 seconds remaining. Now he's going to have one player looking to try and get this flag out of things, but he won't be able to out of play. Sorry, but he won't be able to do so in time, and that is going to make the overall count 2-2 to end up this second half. Well, to end up this first half of capture the flag on Ascend. Of course, the sides will now swap here for the second half, and you know, we are going to be having the overall count 2-2. Of course, for those wondering, this isn't for those new to the CyberGamer side of things. This competition itself isn't a double elimination bracket. Isn't, you know, a double like a single day competition. It's not a midweek. It's not an ODC. It's actually our league, our CyberGamer Professional League, our premier competition. $4,000 prize pool here, consisting and spanning over 11 weeks. Of course, first place I do believe is 2,400. Don't quote me on that though. But we do have our second half of Capture the Flag Ascent starting on up now. Of course, 5 minutes left in play here for this Capture the Flag, possibly the final 5 minutes of this series as well. Either way, the shots do go out there by fate. He'll be able to pick off a kill there, but before getting taken down, 3 players now dropping from the team of Defying History, but they're able to answer back off this respawn, pick off one. Okay, they get the second one. The stop does go out, but Carry won't be able to pick up that kill in the end. It doesn't matter though if the spawn, his teammates possibly looking to possibly go in for this flag pull. There's going to be Jadam who tries to get a touch in, but he will get taken down. Izay's going to be running this flag though. Shots do go out over that middle bend. Izay will be able to pick off that kill, and Damage will secure and help his teammate by picking off that second one. Now, as you see, his dash is sliding, turning around, checking all these corners, and finally being able to get that capture in. And Fate tries to go in for this relay. So now X5 have the lead by 1, and you do have, of course, 4 minutes still remaining in this one, but you know, 3-2. Izay going to be taken down. Chill's going to be taken down as well. This is a great opportunity for Defying History, but they need to make sure they check their corners and they pick off the kills that they know the players from X5 are going to be. You see them just rushing for these flags. They're getting desperate for these flag captures, but they're not circling around and they're not checking their surroundings. They're not having that awareness that they were doing in that first half, and they were constantly tying up that overall scoreboard. Now with this one, now eXile5, they're playing a little bit more passive as well. So you've got to always keep in mind for that factor of that player that's going to be waiting to play a little bit of defense. And you have also their attacking angle as well. You had Izay getting in for a little bit of a touch before getting taken down. Of course, still 3 minutes 20 remaining. And we do have in the maze 1 player from X5 contesting Scars and make that 2 players. 3 players from Defying History have been taken down. There's going to be Chills, who is going to be trying to run this flag. He does get contested though by Jadam. Jadam is able to pick up the kill and the return here. Nades go out over onto that bottom underground side, and he does unfortunately not be able to find that kill. But Jadam is just going to be waiting a little bit to recover a little bit of his health, and he's still going to be searching for this player as well. So we've still got 3 minutes on the clock here, and we do have, of course, still the overall score count 3-2, still in favor of eXile5, and the shots do go out there by the team of Defying History as they get 3 players down from either team. Make that all 4 players down from Defying History here. X5 are just going to use this opportunity and pushing up aggressively as a team to pick off the kills off this respawn. You see that they didn't want to go in a little bit too greedy for these captures. They're just like, you know what, we know where these players specifically are going to spawn. We'll see if we can just hold it out, pick off these kills, and then push on forward as our players push on through that maze side as well. So you see Damage is going to be holding through that middle bend. His teammate's going to be pushing over through that maze to try and get that flag touch. Now, they did get the touch in, but they got taken down. The flag has been returned. But eXile5 are just putting this pressure on. They just need to hold out for another 2 minutes, and the series will be there. And yeah, right now Damage will be taking that kill. You got Fate getting shot down in the side. Jadam is going to be running this flag through this underground side. Now, it's a good play here for him because the players from eXile5 are going to try to be contesting from that top side. Now, they saw that player going to be going through that bottom, so they try to loop back around, and this should be a nice capture to tie up this overall scoreboard. So, Defying History aren't out of this just yet, but the entire team just got taken down. So, off the spawn, they need to go ahead and contest Chileans here, as he's going to be running in for this flag straight away for this counter cap, but they are there on that flag for possibly another run here, or maybe they'll just wait around for these kills. Either way, there's going to be 2 players there waiting for this one. Will he be able to get denied? He does get stopped just before it. The flag has been returned, and it was attempted to go for another run. Now, Damage is the last one alive for a moment. He's going to get contested. 3 players there. The flag in open season here. Jimmy will pick this one up. He's trying to run through the middle of the map. Carry is there as well. He'll take down one. Player spotting over through that middle stairs. He'll get taken as well. Skarzan, last alive for his team for the moment. The flag has been returned, though, from X5, so both flags are back at base. Still 60 seconds remaining in this map. The score is 3-3, and you might be looking still at an overtime between these two teams as well. Who knows? Shots still go out, and X5 are looking to possibly, to just be able to get that lead, get those kills, and then get that run that they need. Ize will be able to pick up this flag. 3 players down from Defying History. Ize is going to be running it through the middle of the map. He tries to go for a stomp. He'll get taken down. That costed him here. Chilean's down, the last one alive for himself, as Carry will pick up this flag. He's going to be running through the other side. He's going to be intercepted there by Chileans. Chileans gets EMP'd, and the Exosuit will need a reboot. He's not able to use his movement. The player's going to be contested over the elevator. He'll be able to pick up the kill. Player's running through the maze. He's now going to need a run there. Carry will get taken down. The flag now returned. 20 seconds still remaining into this half. The flag's still back at base. There's still enough time, just enough to get that flag run in. We'll see if Fate's going to be able to do this one. Jaden's going to be having the other flag as well. It is looking like it won't be a reality, though, as both teams will need to work on that return at the same time. It doesn't seem like they will be going for these captures, but rather just to hold this one out. And we are going to an overtime here for this capture the flag on Ascend. And right here, we do have our round-ending kill cam there by Skarzan, taking down Fate to just be able to stop that flag from being successfully run and captured, and proving to get that last second and buzzer beater capture in. Either way, we're into our overtime half now. First half of overtime. And yeah, we'll see what they'll be able to do here. Of course, side swapping back to the initial rotation. It is going to be the eXile5 team that will jump on board with first. We have seen them, of course, get some nice captures in on this map previously, specifically over onto the APAC weekend. And right now, double kill in the making. Chills able to get that one out. Damage now going to be able to get a third as well, rather the first kill there in that 3 down. Chills going to be able to pick up this flag. He's going to be running over through this elevator side. Now his teammate does have his support, but he will get taken down. That is going to be Damage, who is there to try and support his teammate. He also has Ize there as well, I do believe. Damage is going to fall off the map, so the flag has been returned, and Jadem is now going to be running through this flag over through the middle bend. Chill's going to be there to contest him, running through the middle stairs. 2 players there to contest. The flag has been dropped, now picked up there by Jimmy. Fate has the other flag. Jimmy is over onto the circle room. The flag has been returned. No, it has not quite yet. It's timing out, but it's only a meter in play, and there you go. The flag has been captured in 48 seconds. It is Defying History to take the lead 4-3. Now, eXile5 need to be the ones to get a capture in 48 seconds to make sure they can stay in this map itself. Of course, they are in the lead 2-1, so it doesn't particularly matter if they do drop this map, but they definitely don't want to be going down to a final decider here in this one either way. We've got Chills on your screens. They're going to be picking off these kills. Now, Defying History, no, they don't need to play an attacking game. They need a turtle. They need to play defensive. They need to pick off these kills 100% guaranteed to secure this overall map for another 13 seconds to secure themselves this victory. Now, eXile5, they have been trying to push on forward. They've been getting slaughtered. And you see Ize here, 13 seconds left. It's not going to be mathematically possible for him to catch back up here in this one. And you do have this overall series going to be going to our uplink as the decider here. And that is going to be this map. What a map it was as well to be decided there in that overtime. 4-3. The last map count there in this one, and Ize, you see here on the round-ending kill cam, unfortunately, wasn't going to matter too much. But what a game we have seen so far in our Capture the Flag. Now, we are going to be having, of course, our final map, or technically our map 4, but our final map being as I scroll up to try and find this overall map, it is going to be an uplink on Detroit. So that is going to be up next. Stay tuned, because we've got more action coming up in our CGP League for the CGAWACS. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare ASTRO Championship Series CGP match here between Defying History and eXile5.T1. This is 2-2. This is going to be uplink Detroit in a little bit of a messed up series. This is going to be our decider to see who walks away with the win here in this one. And I guess we'll just really have to find on out We'll jump on board with the Defying History team up first. Of course, keep in mind, these teams did play each other initially, and it was Defying History. They got a 3-2 victory at the end of this one. And, you know, we got Skarzen right now going to be pushing over into nothing, apparently, because we do need to end the game for these teams to possibly get something right, because I don't know exactly what the issue was. But we can hopefully find out in the end, and hopefully get this match sorted relatively quickly. We don't really want it to be too much of a delay, and yeah, that is going to be ended temporarily. Let's see if we can find out what's up. And yeah, they are seemingly ready right now, straight in the end there. It is going to be the team of Defying History and eXile5. They're going to be taking each other on here. Map 5, technically map 4 in this overall series. 2-2 being the overall scoreline. And yeah, we do have right now these guys loading up into this game for this one. See if they can possibly make something happen. Guess we'll just have to find out. Skarzen, Carry, Jimmy, Jadem taking on damage is a Fate and Chileans. Let's see what they can possibly do here in this one. Once again, we will jump forward with Defying History up first to see what they can possibly do. Will they be able to get their victory a second time here in the series, or will they not? Yeah, either way, we are going to be having Carry right now on your screens, looking over into this Alicod vision now on for you all as well. The first touch of the ball will go in the hands of Izzy there. Jadem and Skarzen picking off kills early on as Chileans will take down Carry. Now, Jadem does have this ball. He's going to be rotating over to the basement here into this side. He's going to drop the ball and pass it straight over to Skarzen. The extra shield's out. Skarzen just being taken instantly out there. 3 players down from Defying History. Chill's going to be going over onto this car park side of things. 2 players now respawning off for Defying History. 1 player's going to be over into the yard. Chileans will get taken down. The ball in the hands now of Jimmy. Players lining up to the kill feed right now. 2 players down from X5, 2 players up off that respawn as well. 2 players down from Defying History. Jimmy going to be rotating with this ball out. He's going to be trying to go in for this throw. Unfortunately, they don't really connect too much for this one. Is they now going to be having this one going into this basement itself. Now, that's only been 1 minute of action so far in this one. And we are going to be having Izzy over onto into this hospital side of things. Over into green right now. Of course, he's going to be looking for maybe 1 player. He's going to try and dupe it around through this alley side. He's going to get that 1 player in the back, whacking him out, and he's still going to be dashing around. He'll get the second kill as well. Izzy, I don't know how he did that one, but he was able to do it with some style. Will get taken down, though. And we are going to be having Jimmy now just going to be over onto this mid-street trailer now. The ball is going to be in the hands of Carry. Keep in mind, we have had no captures just yet. Carry's still going to be trying to make it a reality, though. Trying to dip underneath 18. Wasn't able to do so too successfully, though, as right now Skarzen over on to the other side of Apex. Now we'll be going in for these first 2 points of the game, and it'll be a 2-0 lead from the other team here of Defying History right now. That is going to be Carry, who is going to be trying to get these shots in, and no, he's actually going to get taken down. Jimmy going to be getting the nades out, and the shots will go out there from them. Izzy going to be looking over onto the schoolyard here for them. The ball's going to be going out, bouncing back, so he can regain a little bit of health there, of course, for the armor that gets there for being the ball carrier, and they were able to get that 1-point throw here, X5, making it now 2-1. Now there's still 2 minutes 40, still 1/4 remaining in the first half of this Detroit and uplink. Uplink on Detroit rather, as the ball's going to be getting thrown around here over in this mid-street. The EMP will happen, dropping Carry straight to the ground here. Is going to be trying to run out through the outskirts of glass. Now Jimmy will pick up this ball out, he'll get taken down as well. Skarzen going to be in no position to be able to pick that ball up, so now it's going to be Fate swapping over to him quickly. He's going to be over to this Atlas side of things, going to be now jumping over into the schoolyard. Now he's going to have 1 player looking to contest him over through this locker side, and now looking between, does he want to go through the main street, does he want to go through the school? There's going to be a play there on that main street, but his teammate has him covered. Now 2 players from Defying History do pick up kills there, and he's going to be trying to going for this throw, but unfortunately gets taken down mid-dash before he even was able to get that throw on the board. Now the ball's going to be thrown over at that mid-AD. Skarsgård doing a nice job to just pass it ahead of him, have a little bit of access to his gun for a couple more seconds, then picking it up now. Unfortunately, he did get taken out, but you see the ball is now in a better position for his team to try and hold this one out. So it is going to be his team who's trying to just dash past. Somehow, I don't know how Jadam has done this one. He's able to just rotate past two players from eXile5. The throw will go in a little bit short, though. And we did have possibly nearly an interception happen there out of eXile5. Anyway, either way, it is still going to be 2-1. The ball going to be thrown outside of the map, making it, forcing it to reset over onto this Atlas side of things. Chill's going to pick this one up, jumping over into the schoolyard, getting taken down as well. So Carrie's now going to have this ball out, and he's going to be going over into this garage side of things before getting taken out. So the ball's still now going to be in the hands of no one really, because it's over into that car park, uncontested. And players from Defying History are just going to be just drawing it out here in this one, forcing it over for that long reset, and now making it back over onto his Atlas side. Now Jimmy will pick up this ball, he's going for the melee, and there he goes, able to take out the kill there on Chileans, and he's going to now be pushing over to his main straight. There's going to be a player over to his right, should be anyways, we can see there from COD Vision, who'll get taken out. 3 of the players down from Defying History. Last player alive though is going to be Skarsgård, he's going to be going for this throw, falls a little bit too short there, as we did see from the side, damages screen, it does get taken down. Now he's going to be Chills, who is going to be there over into that main street, and he's going to be 47 seconds still remaining in the first half. Of course, he's going to be over onto this schoolyard, going into this school. Skarsgård, Jimmy pick off kills. Chills will dash to the side, chucks the ball out. We'll be able to pick up the kill. Now we're going to reclaim that ball, but not before he picks off another kill. A second kill there on Jimmy, being able to pick off that double. Now will he be able to get the melee? No, he won't. He does get taken out. Carry now will transfer the ball over to him, and he'll be running over back over this his sports side of things to throw the ball outside of the map and forcing it to reset. Just buying his team a little bit more time to get their setup down pack for them. Of course, they're just trying to buy time here for themselves. They've got the 1 point lead, and they're just trying to keep it going strong against the eXile5 squad, who are desperately just trying to get this position and try to push on forward here on this Detroit uplink. And I mean, we have our final 5 seconds remaining here. The ball's going to be in the hands of Skarsgård. Skarsgård's going to be running back over to this main street, over onto the outlet. It's going to be going for quite a ambitious throw here. You actually go for the bounce, which actually was a little bit smart there for them. Yeah, that bounce could definitely make it on it. Yeah, that is going to be the first half here of our final map, Uplink Detroit. We'll see if they can possibly continue this on for the second half. Would Defying History be able to take out the overall win? Yeah, let's see how they'll be able to go here on the second half side of things. Once again, I want to jump on board with Defying History for the beginning of this half to see their play now that they have swapped sides as well. They've got the lead by 1 point. Jimmy will get first blood as well, shutting down Chills. Now, a couple of shots going through the hospital right here, but Fate will be able to pick off a nice double kill, shutting down Jadam and Skarsgård. Then will also be able to take down Carry. Now, shots out from Jimmy, though. He's a little bit shaky, but was able to pick off the kill in the end. But they will be able to get that 1 point throw nice and early to even up the scoreboard to 2-2. Now, Jimmy's going to be waiting for this ball to reset over into the Atlas. Unfortunately, it does get taken down there by Izzy, who is now going to be getting taken down himself. Now, Skarsgård will be able to have the ball, not for too much longer though, because he does throw the ball outside through the schoolyard, and it will now be forced to reset back over once again, long yards over into the Atlas. Now, it is going to be Jadam who does have the ball in hand. He's got the Exo shield, and he tries to back out of there, but he just couldn't do it. He's going to get sandwiched either way, and now the ball is just going to be over into the hands of Skarsgård. Once again, Defying History having this control, but it is eXile5 that do have these kills, and they're just trying to work that setup. Now, the scoreboard, they're just working on these kills to be able to have that opportunity to run for another capture. And this is exactly the opportunity that they needed. They're able to pick off the kills, and they're able to go for this throw, and they're able to get that 1 point throw. We now take the lead 3-2, and you're going to be having Fate and Chileans here trying to get these shots for themselves as well. So right now you do have Fate and Jadam. Right here for this one, Fate is going to be running over onto this glass side, and we'll see, can he possibly get the capture? Yes, he can. We'll get another 2 point throw in. And we are going to be having Izzy and Damage over onto this main street. Izzy going to be just throwing the ball onto the top of the garage, forcing a long 12-second respawn time. And you are going to be seeing Skarsgård take him down in return. So while they are forced to go for a little bit of a wait there and force that long respawn time, it is going to be Jadam waiting for this ball to reset. He's going to be over into the Atlas side itself. Fate's going to be waiting to maybe pick off this kill there, and they're just waiting and just aiming it up to see how this will really play out. Now, keep in mind, because Defying History are down by 3 points, they really can't afford to just be waiting around. Even though 3 minutes is plenty of time, they're going to make sure they can make their plays moving forward. Whereas the X5 team, they can just sit back and just chillax a little bit. as I say that, in that period of time, Jaden was able to run in through all the way through the back and green, going over through the trailer, and going over for a capture to be able to make it into now a 2-point game. Now he's able to have this ball. He's going to be running over through that main street, swapping over to him. He's going to be trying to go for that throw. That ball will not be able to be thrown, though. He does get taken down. And Chills will now be able to have this ball in hand, going for a little bit of a throw, but it does fall dead, falling over to the back of that fence there next to the apex. And the ball can now get picked up by Carey. Will it throw outside the map, though? Doesn't seem to be the case. He's going to be running it the long way over through the 18, now going over through the outskirts of Hospital into the alley. Now he's going to be looking maybe go over to the alley or to green. Now, as he's contested through the alley, the only option is through green. His teammate's now going to be running point. He's going to bounce the ball back over through the green wall, so he will be able to regen a little bit of health to go in for this long push over onto this capture. Now, could have gone for this throw in, but he decided to be a little bit greedy and go in for this run. Now, you did see the capture zone was clearly highlighted through that doorway. Could have maybe pushed and gone for that throw. At least it would have been better than just charging straight on forward for that capture. Either way, sometimes it works. Unfortunately, this time it just didn't. 2-point game at the moment. 1 minute 47 still on the clock. Jadam with the ball in hand, and he will be pushing over onto this score area. Now, he is, of course, going to be contested by a couple of players in that process, and he tries to go in for that belly, but he won't be able to do so. He's there now with the ball. He's going to be running it through, once again, through this main street. 90 seconds still remaining in this map for regulation play. It is going to be 5-3. Still Izzy going to be trying to just avoid all these stuns. Still has those EMPs in those back pockets, but he's going to be going for this 1-point throw, and he will be able to do so successfully, as he's able to make it now into a 3-point game. Skarsgård will pick up this ball, but once again, we will see him and the entire team of Defying History fall, as the team of X5 will try going for this capture. He's going to be Damage, I believe, who passed there to Fate, who got taken down almost instantly. Izzy Chills now trying to contest over into this one. The ball has been reset, though, mind you. Izzy was able to pick off a double kill. Now, Jadam will have this ball, though, and he'll be running it over through the score through the window. Now, he's deciding which way he really wants to go for it, but in that time, he got contested, he got pushed aggressively, and he got taken down. The ball's going to be in the hands of Fate. Fate will get taken down. Ball over into that ambulance side of things. It is going to be Jimmy with this one. 38 seconds still on the clock. 3 players down from Defying History here. They can still make the play on a comeback, but they need to do so now with these points in hand for them. But it is going to be Chills with the droid in hand. He's going to be just chucking it, failing to chuck it over to the top, over onto this guy outside. Of course, he just wanted to buy time for that long respawn time of the overall droid. And once again, he will fail it for the second time in a row. He will not be able to throw that ball to the top. Now, will he be able to get it in the end? Yes, he can. And that will guarantee the team of eXile5 the map win, taking them out with the overall series win as well. And yeah, they will be able to take out the overall series 3-2 at the end of that one. Yeah, unfortunately, not going to be not a very happy time for the Defying History members or fans out there. But that will be the overall series, 3-2 to the team of eXile5. Still receiving a little bit of an update whether the Mindfreak and eXile5 game is going to happen. It does seem like it will happen, so that's going to be coming up next. Stay tuned, because yeah, that series is going to be coming up. Plantronics Mindfreak taking on eXile5.T1.